Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? The weather conditions are very scary. Very scary. We got Drake here. Drake, it's looking bad out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's looking very bad. So around to the northeast, I'd call that, there'd be a bunch of snow in like places, main places for like New York. So if you're gonna travel down to New York and also around the entire east of America, there's gonna be a very windy, like just kind of like,
Almost like a northeaster coming in.
yeah, something like that. And there's going to be some ice in Pennsylvania, which does not sound good. And in Kentucky and around West Virginia, they're going to have a lot of snow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ice.
Yeah. It seems like.
What about up in the northeast? What'd you say about New York and those areas? What's happening?
There's gonna be a mixture of snow and ice around there, which that's not pleasant to drive through.
No. And is it just so? Is this going to be? I mean, so we're going to have to deal with that. But what about like up in the Midwest area? I mean, what do you got there?
Around the Midwest, in one of the Great Lakes, Lake Michigan, is gonna be experiencing very windy around there, and there's gonna be some ice and snow around places like Wisconsin, Michigan, Maine, places that people will most likely travel over December and the holidays and stuff. But what it seems really bad too around Northern Carolina, high elevations type places. There's gonna be some ice around like the top of Northern Carolina.
You mean California?
Yeah, California.
Yeah.
and there's gonna be a mixture of snow. It just doesn't sound fun, really.
So California, Northern California, who's already been going through a lot of bad snow. I mean, they've had is going to get a ton more dumped on them.
Yeah.
And where else? Anything else going on out in that?
Around Idaho, there's going to be a bunch of ice there, and in Oregon, it's just a mixture of ice and snow, which isn't always that fun again.
So ice and snow in Oregon, going to be some bad weather.
Yeah.
Northern California, you're saying a ton of snow coming down.
Yeah.
Idaho, a lot of ice.
Yeah.
So this is not a pleasant time. I mean, you're talking West Coast is going to have some issues. Northeast, New York, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Maine.
Yeah, and it also sounds around the Midwest. Some stuff will be good, but it's mainly the west places.
The western states.
Yeah, western states and eastern states are going to get hit.
So, is there any other information you have here that is concerning you?
Well, there'll be like some low pressured ice and rain around the northeast again. A bunch of snow, a bunch of ice, not fun. And what it says is that around a foot of snow could be hitting around New England.
What?
And New York.
A foot of snow, Drake?
Yeah.
That's not good, Drake.
Yeah. So if you're driving, you gotta keep that in mind if you want to go to main places like New York, because I'm sure a bunch of people wouldn't like to travel down to New York, but in places like Boston, Hartford, Connecticut, and New York City could see some snow coming finally, and just there's like a bunch of snow hitting around. It is December.
It is December now, after all. I mean, but we've had a pretty bad November. I mean, it was like a November to remember.
Yeah.
Okay. But are you predicting what kind of what kind of winter you think we're going to have this year?
Well, I think since it's going to be very windy in the east, it's like I would advise to drive carefully around in the east, because I'm sure a bunch of people would like to go to New York again, but it's looking very bad too.
So you're saying this wind mixed with snow and ice is going to create very blizzard conditions, and
cars would slip, accidents would happen, and it just doesn't seem right. And then the west, around the west coast, there is going to be some wind, but not that much.
Okay.
But like California, in California there's going to be a bunch of snow and all that. Even in places like Idaho, a bunch of ice. So
what about Kentucky, West Virginia? You mentioned something about that. What's going to happen?
But like Kentucky's going to get hit with a lot of ice. Should have mentioned that earlier, but. And West Virginia, it looks like a combination of ice, snow.
Maybe even rain, just kind
rain.
of a mixture, yeah.
Just a mixture of everything into one. So West Virginia, wouldn't be like the main place to go to.
Where is the best place to go right now?
Well, really, I'd say places like Washington, Florida, yeah, Texas. Texas, it seems kind of safe there. Maybe like around the south part of California, because it doesn't really look like anything's happening.
Yeah, Southern
there.
California is always nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Drake. Well, this is a pretty good weather report, and not good weather report. I mean, it's bad weather, but I think you've covered it pretty well, and I think hope everybody watching at home pay attention to the Drake report. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job, Drake. All right, guys. We'll be back with more. Thank you, Drake.
Thank you.
Stay safe out there, guys. Seriously.
Yeah.